Alright, finally, here it is, episode 15. I know, even I had to rewatch episode 14 to find out what the last thing was I was working on, and it turned out to be the backrest. And that's the only reason I'm holding it, so there's something recognizable, which, come to think of it, doesn't make any sense, because I don't think you forgot about the good old Defender that is still parked inside the garage. Anyhow, there are a couple of updates which I would love to share with you, so let's begin. Hi, I'm Eric, and this is my Land Rover Defender Expedition Camper. Not so long ago, I set off to discover the world and ended up in Iraq, where I spent 4 months in lockdown due to the pandemic, after which I returned home. And now, after months of waiting, it's time to restart the world trip. But first, I have to prepare the car for a journey of a lifetime. So welcome to Have Fun and Go. I wasn't supposed to be here anymore. No, wait, that sounds weird. I was supposed to be on the road by now. I was ready for it, but the Defender isn't, because there is a big problem with the ABS/traction control. It's not working properly. I was hoping it would be just a simple electrical wiring error, maybe a broken fuse or a broken relay, or one of the ABS sensors in one of the wheels wasn't communicating correctly, but in the end it turned out to be this little monster. So, the only option left is to remove the ABS module and send it to a professional company in England who can fix it for me. It's the cheaper option compared to buying a whole new unit. And so I did. They repaired it for me, sent it back with an unlimited mileage warranty. I guess they're pretty confident about the repair they did, and I reinstalled the module, then bled the whole braking system a couple of times. And guess what? Everything's working just fine. So, why am I still here then? Well, by the time I tried to solve the problem and them sending me back the repaired unit, about a month passed, and by now it's the end of November, so weather-wise it's a really bad moment to start the world trip if you hate bad weather like I do. And that's why I postponed the trip to the beginning of this year, 2023, so I'll be leaving pretty soon. But before I do, I want to make a couple of adjustments to the interior. I already did some, which I will show you in a second, and I had to fix a few other things because the ABS module wasn't the only thing that broke down on me. I know. Anyhow, changes to the interior. Let me show them to you. Alright, so let me start with the big box on the back of the back door. This holds the good old Coleman. Easy to take out and easy to put back in. Now, the reason I built this box is because in the previous camper build I had 2 hooks which hold the Coleman, but every time when I needed to secure it I had a little strap which was pretty irritating, and I didn't want to do that anymore, so that's why I built this box. And to keep the lid in place I used a simple piece of aluminum pipe. There's a little hinge at the top, and right over here there's a piece of wood on which the aluminum pipe rests on, and that keeps it in place. So it's a pretty simple and cheap solution. And now I can just take it out, put it back in, close the little door, like so, and then lock it. Happy days. And yes, the box is also accessible from the inside. So if it's raining outside, I can just stay inside the car, take out the stove, put it on the countertop, make some coffee. Alright. Another very cool upgrade is the door sticker with the Have Fun and Go logo. I think it looks amazing, especially the black with the constant green. A very good friend of mine, he created the sticker and also applied it to the door. He doesn't really like to be on camera, but I secretly shot some footage while he was working on it. There's more, by the way. Let me just grab the camera so I can show to you guys. So this is like the whole door sticker, and it runs all the way to the back. And there's more, because hey, look, I'm not only on YouTube but also on Instagram and Facebook. So if you like to follow me, have fun and go. Needless to say, the sticker is also on the other side of the car. Okay, back to the backrest. The last thing I was working on in the previous video. I didn't change anything except for adding a small detail, and that is this little thing. It's a LOX pull-up fastener, LOX as in L-O-X-X. They use these things a lot on boats. Pretty simple thing, because now I can just simply attach the backrest to the panel over here, lock it like so, and now the backrest can't fall over anymore every time I make a turn. It's just a simple pull and release, so really quick and easy. And also really cool, I got all the cushions done. Let me grab them for a second. Just wait a minute. All right, here they are. Now, if I have to sleep in the back of the car, it's really easy. Just unlock the fastener. I can take the backrest, put it right over here, like so. There it is. And then put this cushion right over there. And I have a bed, and I can sleep. Now, there's only one downside. I don't think this gap is really comfortable, so my plan is to buy a really cheap yoga mat I can put on top of these two cushions, and then everything is fine. Good night. Alright, so now you know about all the changes I made to the interior and the exterior. There's gonna be more, just a few small tweaks and changes, but more on that later on, because first I have a confession to make. A confession? Yes, because I told you about the ABS, right? The fact that I fixed it. But then again, how do you know you fixed the ABS if you're not able to drive the car? What do you mean, not able to drive the car? Well, if you've been following this channel from day one, you know I can't drive the car because there is no front axle. Or is there? Well, although I haven't uploaded a video in the last couple of months, that doesn't mean I didn't do anything. Let's rewind to the end of summer of 2022. So, yeah, it's time to fix this little problem. This adventure of building an Overland Camper started a couple of months ago with me removing the front axle from underneath the Defender. Now, the reason I removed the axle is because it's much easier to work with. Do I regret the decision? Yes. Can I change it? No. But I saved you guys from watching me clean everything and taking everything apart, because what you're looking at here are all the parts for one Land Rover Defender front axle. I removed all the paint, dirt and grease, either by using a sandblaster, a wire brush, a degreaser, or a combination of all three. After which I painted most of the parts. I decided to use Hammerite paint again for the front axle, even though I said this some time ago. I've used Hammerite on this front axle about 2 years ago, and on some places the paint did a good job, but on most places the rust made a strong comeback. So that's why I'm hesitant to using Hammerite again. Only this time I cleaned everything a couple of times with isopropyl alcohol, and I used 3 layers of paint, letting each layer dry for 24 hours. So, after a lot of preparation and ordering new parts, the front axle is now ready for a rebuild. Okay, so that was the end of summer 2022, back to now, the beginning of 2023. Are you still following me? If not, I have some good news, because if you like this channel and you want to support me, you can hit that subscribe button or give me a thumbs up, which is very much appreciated. Or if you have any questions, just put them in the comments down below. Alright, that's the end of this video. I see you next week when I will rebuild the front axle, tell you all about the other things that broke down, and finally, hopefully, drive this Defender out of the garage. Okay.